On air.
Why don't we we'll go ahead and start the meeting at 3:30. The Thursday, November 14th, Spokane Park Board. All right, roll call, you have that taken care of, Sarah? No additions or deletions to the agenda or public comments? Our consent agenda has 11 action items. Is there any board member that would like to edit this current agenda? If not, then I move to approve the current agenda as listed. Is there a second to that?
I'll second.
Thank you, Greta. Any comments or questions before we put it to the vote? All those in favor respond with aye or raise your hand.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that passed. We do have a special guest with us. We have Donna Holton from the Youth and Senior Centers Association quarterly update from the Cinto Senior Center. Feel free to come up if you would, please, Donna. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you. I'm new.
Hi, Donna.
Hi,
my
welcome.
first
Very easygoing. I mean, we
Yeah,
really,
don't
like,
be
we
afraid.
really like comedy. So
We're excited to see you.
I've been doing this 8 months, and I've been having lots of learning going on. So, basically, our slides, I know for my center, we've gone up a little bit over the summer, over the year. As I've been the new director, they've said, hey, we like your improvements, like what you're doing, and they want to keep doing it, and which is great. I've had some attendance problems with, participation only because it's hot outside. Yes, it's cold inside my building, but it's too hot outside. So we're just trying to encourage our members to show up. Some of the slides were, like the kids were all out there doing their thing, I guess. Nobody tells me anything other than they said, here's your numbers. I don't get anything, so I don't know exactly what they did. It looks pretty busy. Go ahead, next slide, I guess. We had a lot of volunteer hours. Part of our July numbers includes a yard sale, garage sale, bake sale, and spaghetti feed all at the same time. It was fun.
Wow.
a lot of food.
Yeah, a lot
Lots
of
of
food.
food. They're food driven, I'll tell you that much. In August, August was great because our center actually had the SANWA which is the Senior Action Network of Eastern Washington. And they came and did our barbecue, and it was for free. And so we didn't have to pay anything. And they brought prizes, and I found out seniors like pickles and beets. Pickled beets and anything pickled, I guess you call it. And so that was something they didn't even think about. So I was like, oh, you're lucky I brought the jar.
There you go.
So we grabbed one of those.
Councilman Bingle likes pickled vegetables as
He's
well.
already been to my center. He had spaghetti.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
He had
this
spaghetti
over my
that
hair?
day.
Yes, it is. For your mustache that you no longer have.
Yeah, where's your
Okay.
mustache?
I know.
I know. I'm so sad we have to
I
hear
thought it
that
was
story
no
later.
shave November.
Oh, no shave.
Yeah.
Oh, dang it.
But he had some spaghetti at my spaghetti feed.
Absolutely.
Very nice.
I didn't see you at my craft fair, though. Or my chili feed. You just came a couple days before it. That was September.
By the way.
September was our chili feed.
Oh,
Yes,
got it.
yes.
And October was my craft fair.
What's November?
Tomorrow we are having our Thanksgiving potluck. So turkey and everything is at noon. $10.
Okay.
Got your newest newsletter, which
All
I get to
right.
publish every month. Or every other month. But yeah, we have a lot of people. Actually, we're here last Friday we had a veterans dinner or veterans lunch and stuff, and we had about 45 people there, which was great to see a big turnout for that.
Yes.
And we did not have Domino's like the previous times. We've had actual beef stroganoff and everything, and they were all really happy. So for our numbers, yeah, we did a little bit here and there. We have a lot of volunteers, but a lot of our volunteers are the same volunteers. That's our issue, is finding members, but now finding volunteers and trying to keep them interested, and we're getting burned out in a few areas, so we're trying now. Okay, next slide. Miss Claudia sent this over from Corbin, which is just down the road from us, and that's basically the only information I got. Unfortunately, the only one I know about is my own. Even though Hilliard they attended the spaghetti, or not our spaghetti, but the chili cook-off in September, so that would be the next slide. So that's what that is. We had 20 people. Actually, that's bottom right corner, I believe that is. That is actually the geriatrics, and that's at our center eating. They were there for our chili feed that day. One of our own members won it. I never got a picture because she ran away from me, and we were kind of busy doing a silent auction at the same time, so it was a very busy time. Next slide. MLK, that's the only thing I know about because she sent it direct. I didn't get it in time. Next. Northeast Youth. There's a Go Kiddos. This was nice because I actually put something on there so I know what they did this summer. They get to go do a lot of different parks and a lot of different places, which is great. I know for me as a kid, that would have been something I would have liked. I didn't grow up here. I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, and I was part of the CYO, the Catholic Youth Organization. But also in Cleveland, we also had our parks. They had swimming pools. And my sister was a lifeguard. I was on swim team and taking lessons from 3rd grade on. So that's what we did all summer. We were at the pool, along with 4-H and other things like that. So it's glad to see something here. Our next is Meals on Wheels and Mid-City Concerns. And they didn't give me any information, but it looks like they had a lot of fun doing lots of different things. Okay, next. There's my slide. It's been 20 plus years. I'll let you know I was in the Air Force, and it's been a while since I used PowerPoint. So basically, the first slide is a trip. They went to the Sleeping Lady Resort in Leavenworth, and that is one of the artists is the person with the dog. She's actually the artist of the sculptures and stuff that's there, and she was there cleaning them, so they got to meet and talk with her. We found that it is a 5-mile hike through that garden. It's not a little one, it's a big one. So if you are mobility challenged, it's not something, but if you're into hiking and stuff, that would be a great place to do it. The yellow tablecloths, we were at our barbecue, which is when we had over 80 members there, which was an awesome turnout. And then as you see, our big lines at our chili feed. So, but we did have a lot of people. We had 60 people there, which was great, great turnout with a silent auction and also a 50-50 raffle. And Hilliard was there with a bus of their own that helped us, support us at the time. We just started collaborating a lot more with each other. Corbin's a little hard to get a hold of, but the South Side and Hilliard has been great. So, we're talking, and that is why in April, or March, April issue will be actually full color and for free for us to print with the LPI, which is a liturgical place in New Jersey that we got told about it from Hilliard. So it's going to be great. It's going to be about a $600 a month. Or not monthly, but bi-monthly savings for us.
Wow, that's great.
That's good.
So they're looking for advertising, that's how they do it, and but it goes group-wise and stuff like that. And we print out about 1,000 brochures a month, or every time. And I'm trying to go monthly because I'm tired of trying to squish everything into one little spot. And I run out of room every time because there's no pictures, or there's no this, or we want this, want this. I'm like, oh, you gave it to me too late, and I didn't have a spot to put it. So, all right, our next one is Project Joy. And there you are, they've got a new project that just had it, was the 3rd quarter of getting their stair lift put in. And it was a very nice looking one because I was there a couple of weeks ago when they had their Wii Bowling tournament that they invited us to. And then also they have some other things that were happening there. Next. It's just, kids were being active, which is great. I know I did a little bit of, I don't know about roller skating for me, but no, not anymore. Bike riding, kayaking would be great. Of course, I was on Lake Erie, I don't think so anymore. Next side is the South Side Community Center. And they were having some great food. And then they have their their members luncheon every month. And then also actually that Wii Bowling tournament is actually just from this month. So that's some of everybody. It's the South Side, Corbin, and ours. And we all had lots of fun talking together, and that's what's important, is getting to know each other, seeing each other members, encouraging others to come to our events or their events, and not be competing for the same thing. Next slide. I'm jealous because they were swimming. I didn't get much of that this year. Not even a camping trip in there because I had to do a bunch of other stuff. Got to be an adult. And then next. All right, any questions that I could try to help you with?
Donna, you're fabulous. I just have to
Thank
say.
you, Donna.
Thank you.
Well done, and thank you, and all the volunteers for all they do.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Sounds like you do a lot of food.
Food driven.
That's a driven food, yeah.
That's why they have to hike
And
and
games.
bike and do everything else. Yeah.
I don't know if you talked about
Kevin and his
Representative
grant.
Vercelli coming in. Yeah. Did we talk about that? Okay. Do you want to say anything, or do you want me to?
You could finish.
Okay.
You could shake enough.
That's right. That's right. The closer. So Representative Vercelli and I went to the Cinto Senior Center. They won a grant for some solar on their roof, but the roof has some problems. And so we went in. We took Representative Vercelli. He's going to take a capital ask for us to the state, and basically we put together a few $100,000 in capital asks, I believe, for the senior center, with the most important being the roof. That way we can get the solar and the batteries installed at the center. But there was a lot that was going on there, and didn't know if we as a park board wanted to send in like a letter of support or anything like that, because I think that would be helpful. So, yeah.
Certainly think we could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm hoping what ends up happening is that if this one goes well, because a lot of our centers are in a similar state and could use some capital from the state. And so if this one goes well, I think we could probably do that at some of the others.
Love it.
I think we would enjoy having a little bit more background.
Oh, sure.
You know, that would be, I
Come
think,
visit me.
Yeah,
I'll give you a
imperative.
tour anytime.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's what I do every time somebody comes into the center, because they're like, they look lost. They always look lost when they walk in. They're like, oh, where am I going?
Yeah,
And I usually,
probably.
I am one of the people I am the only full-time employee. So I always come in and say hello, and I will take you for a tour, show you around, including our basement that has some history on the walls. I also am, as an active director, every month we have a birthday lunch. So it's the first Wednesday of the month, and if you're a member, you get a free lunch. Well, I also make you a piece of soap from Goat's Milk Soap that I'll do, and just give it to you as a prize, because it's like, thank you for being here. You're here and you're appreciated. And a lot of people enjoy that kind of special touch. And that's why they're food driven. Like, I have educational classes. I try to find out, what class do you need or information do you need? Because I don't know, because I'm not as aged or at home as long. I would drive me nuts. I'm about 20 to 30 years before I could even think about being into that set for me. Even though I'm in my, I'm a member, I'm able to vote with them because I'm over 50, so that's the only drawback, is not knowing what they need and when they need it.
yeah.
But I try.
Well, thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Donna.
And you can stop shaking.
I'm trying. My knees are shaky.
No, everything was fine. We really appreciate
very
your
well.
time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll move to the financial reports with Rich.
Good afternoon.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
How's it going, Rich?
Really good. How you doing?
Very good.
Good. Look at some October financials here. All right, there we go. Thanks, Sarah. All right. Well, I don't know if these 6 bars are the exact same size as overly informative to you, so I'll explain a little bit, but that's usually a good thing in budgeting. That means we're tracking exactly to budget, maybe too close on some of them. So October Yeah, pretty stable month. It was a net loss of 58,000, which was kind of on target what was planned for the month. Year-to-date, Parks has earned 82% of revenues and spent about 79%. And year-to-date revenues exceeding expenses by just over 700,000. So tracking well to plan. We do know we've got some big expenses in November that are planned. It is a 3 pay period month, which does increase the salary and wage line items a little bit. And then we already made a 200,000 contribution to capital. So kind of that commit we're going to make every quarter to contribute 200,000. So we'll absorb quite a bit of that 720,000 next month, and then just hopefully to hit budget through the end of December and the 13th month expenses. But tracking well right now. On the golf side, a little more variance in the size of the bar graph. So we did have a small loss in October on the golf side. So 213,000 net loss. Got the delay going there? Yeah, it's not changing. That's all right.
Is it frozen?
That's okay. I can keep yapping. See, I had a net loss 213,000, but those were all planned improvements. So a lot of the fees from the tremendous year of golf was put back into the course improvements and give that back to the golfers. So had the Indian Canyon bunker renovations and then downriver golf path improvements. Middle one there, year-to-date, golf's earned 111% budgeted revenues and spent about 84% of planned expenses. So right now, exceeding expenses by about 1.6 million. And we'll still see some more of those invoices coming in through the year end for not just salary and wages, but some of that work that's being done up there. And then very last one, rounds played. Just under 190,000 end of October. I have it on good information that we did exceed 190,000 in the first week of November. So that's an all-time record there. And then the last one there, just showing revenues to what was budgeted. So budgeted right around 6 million total revenues, and end up closer to 6.6, 6.7 by end of the year. So tremendous year all around for golf.
You know, sometime it'd be interesting to know the comparison from 2016,
Yeah,
when we started our move, if you will,
Yep, I've got all that. I can expand that for the next
to
one.
to
Take a
get
little
some
bigger
things
picture.
done.
Yeah,
You know, I think it'd be fun to do that, because I think our numbers were relatively low.
yeah.
So, you know, I think we take for granted. I mean, come on, 190,000 people playing golf. Yeah. That's a win-win.
Yeah, it's incredible. And it was really consistent. It had a real even breakout of all 4 courses. They're all getting used, yeah. That's everything I had. Any questions? All right,
Good job.
thank you.
Thank you, Rich.
Thanks, Rich.
Well done. All right, we have no special discussion items, but we do have a special action item presented by Garrett Jones.
Oh, here we
I know.
go.
I know.
That's nice.
What was it?
Yeah. We got beef?
I don't know, do we? All right, well, thank you, Bob. Pleasure to be up here today. When some might think this is under not good circumstances, I think staff and a lot of what Park Board's been working on during the retreat and since the last deferral of our levy to look at opportunities and potential partnerships. So today, if you want to go to the next slide, Sarah, in your packets, you have a resolution that gives some background on what we're trying to do and what we achieved in the master plan, what we have achieved in the program for the park levy, but asking the park board or asking the city council to defer the levy ballot measure from February of 2025 to a later date in 2025 to be determined to align with partnership opportunities being explored. So if you want to go to the next slide, why are we exploring partnerships with the Spokane schools? If you remember, about a year and a half ago, we started those conversations, but we just couldn't align for what their bond schedule was and what well, at that point, we got deferred again. So that timing did not work out. Working with the the SPS and Bob and Jerry have been a part of that group. I think we've really come out of this as the failing of the February school bond and this potential delay could be the best thing that has happened to really force us to come together to look at what are those opportunities, what are those core projects and programs that we don't want to lose, but then what are also those extended programs and projects and strategic projects that are a better efficiency and a bigger bang for our community as we look at some of these regional assets. When we really started exploring the mission alignment around our park master plan, it really aligned well with SPS when we look at thriving neighborhoods, whether that is building an elementary school or renovating a park or building a new park, and seeing that investment in every neighborhood. Our wellness of our youth, our older generations as well, of what we're trying to achieve in our youth development, and also too around the operational efficiencies around our safety, park ranger program, our maintenance and our operations as we look at those similar operation and maintenance standards and how we can be more efficient in certain districts within the city. And then also it's really building on past success. Even though it took a while, ultimately the partnership with SPS and our dog parks, we have a beautiful renovated High Bridge dog park that is getting huge reviews, positive reviews, that parking lot is filled every single day, and seeing that positive interaction. And then with the smaller dog park that we have on 63rd and Regal. And then also the partnership around our longstanding joint use agreement that we have with the school district of utilizing their spaces, like their gym spaces, their fields, and then having that mutual land exchange and use of our facilities between, as an example, as Shadle Park, as we use each other's facilities, we use each other's fields, and it seems to have that campus feel when the general public doesn't know if this is school property or if this is parks property. So if you want to go to the next slide. When we look at the community needs and what are possible to address together, it's really around, again, hitting on those pieces from our levy program and our master plan around the aging infrastructure and facility. You know, still seeing that 50-plus playground renovations across our system, seeing that 90-plus restroom renovations or replacements across our system, and that does not get lost. And actually, this gives us more opportunity to be able to expand on that. And then when we really look at the high demand for sports and recreational activities right now, this is something that we're getting the data on right now because we think it's a good problem to have and be able to share the amount of C-Squad teams that are coming out for sports. The 180-plus teams that we have for adult volleyball that are utilizing our middle school gyms that are bursting at the seams, and all these other youth developments when we have flag football now coming into schools and tackle football coming into schools, and all these other opportunities, we just do not have the infrastructure to be able to fill those spaces. And also, too, when we look at some of the limited opportunities around arts and culture, of really taking that model of Corbin Arts Center, how do we expand that? How do we get more kids engaged, whether it's in school, we come to them, they come to a park, whether that's an outdoor learning center, how do we engage our youth more around arts and culture? And then both school district and us do have lingering concerns around safety in our public spaces. And working together, we think there's some efficiencies around the operations to really expand on the park ranger program to where we have dedicated, full-time, limited commission park rangers in districts so they can take that ownership and they're a part of that community, a part of that neighborhood that patrols certain parks within that district. Also, when we look at the desire, again, around facility maintenance and operation, the critical need around what role that Parks and Recreation can play in that kindergarten readiness program as we're continuing to see that decline as we look at the kindergarten readiness of our 4-year-olds, of how we can be able to provide that early learning access and being able to access outdoor spaces. And then again, at the retreat, Adam hit this really well as far as the implementations around screens and our youth around mental and physical health and not getting outside, not engaging with one another, not engaging with their neighbors, and engaging with nature. So with that said, we've also had a couple other smaller meetings too to go over some other of those details of what might happen as well with this particular partnership. So this next slide then really hits on just the two last bullets that I'll read in the resolution. Be it resolved, the Park Board requests that City Council indefinitely defer the citywide park improvement and safety levy until a later date in 2025, which aligns with future partnership opportunities between the City of Spokane and Spokane Public Schools. And be it further resolved, the Park Board supports a thoughtful partnership with the Spokane Public Schools to invest in improving parks, facilities, and programs to support active, healthy, and safe neighborhoods citywide. And then the very last slide just kind of gives you a little bit of a timeline of what we're up against. So this resolution today would really trigger the next steps for us as staff to work with the City Council. Right now, we're on as a discussion item for the next PIES committee, which is the City Council subcommittee that will meet next Monday. And then we will have a vote by the City Council on December 2nd with that deadline. So we gave a week buffer just in case. The deadline to move or add anything to the February 2025 ballot is December 13th. And then our plan is quarter of that 2025 to have, quarter one is to have more of a public announcement of what that partnership is, working with the Park Board. So we're ready by that January or February timeframe. And then also launch a joint website as well that would be ready to go at that point as well. Any questions?
Doug Kelly here.
Yeah, Doug.
Question as to when we launch Q1, would we be launching that before we've actually identified a date for the ballot measure?
Correct. So we'd be launching the partnership, and then we would be looking around that March timeframe to look at a joint Park Board, City Council, and also School Board to be able to pick the date to put it on the ballot in 2025.
I would just like to comment, Garrett. First of all, thanks for all the time and energy. And it's been great being a part of, meeting with the school group. It's been kind of reminiscent for me. But it just shows how we've been kind of flailing along, all of us. If you think about the public schools that we have here in the city, throughout Spokane, and so many sitting on right next to park property, or just, looking at where schools now are trying to be built and how they're designed. And we are just one small part, but I think of our Corbin Art Center and the huge amount of trained people who could be spreading that to a much, much greater outreach. And I think, having been in that business, kids need someplace to go before and after school. Hats off to District 81 for shutting down the phones. The kids are actually communicating, and there's some reciprocity going back and forth, even solving the problem with parents. So they do understand they could call the office if they need to get a hold of their child. But in order for us, as adults, to understand these are our future. And I think of some of these young kids and how very bright they are, but maybe they haven't been challenged, or maybe during school time they haven't been able to find their niche. And, I think of Madison Elementary up by Franklin. And I mean, that thing could have been, I just think of the pluses that can happen from that building and coordinating with us. And I know we're not in the education business per se, but we really are. And we now are going to be able to educate the public. And then I like the outline that you just gave. In other words, we're going to do this first. This feeds this group. This moves on to the next. So what we're striving to be able to have that we haven't had before, I don't think, is an avenue of communication. When you think about it, what you just outlined for us. because this is a huge thing for we as a board to take on in a communicative type of atmosphere right now. So I just thank you so much, and it's exciting to be a part of this new journey that we're going to be on.
Thanks, Tara.
Other comments, thoughts?
Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm pretty frustrated that we keep pushing it back. I think I've shared that with you a number of times. I'm worried about the partnership myself. When I talk to my people, they look at their property tax bill and they see 2/3 of it going to schools. And I think that partnership might actually hurt us. I think the schools benefit more than we do, which is something that I've shared with you. I don't want to push it back anymore. I want this to go forward. I've been talking basically about a park levy my entire time on council with my people, and so for me, I do appreciate all the work that you and your team and everybody has put into it. I don't like it. So, yeah.
Others?
I just wanted to say thank you for all of the city council support for parks. I know you have been a really major advocate for parks. Isn't it true, Garrett, that the levy would be a separate ask? I mean, while we would work together with the school systems, they would have their ask as a bond, and we would have our ask as a levy. We would not be on the same vote.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep, legally, we have to have two different measures.
So that might help us a little.
Others? Go ahead.
Sorry, to follow up, the reason why I don't like it is because it feels like every single time the levy has come up, somebody came and put pressure on parks to say, oh, now's not a good time, oh, it's an election year, oh, it's this, oh, it's that, this just passed, we don't want to hurt this other one. Again, the more we move back, the more I worry that we just will continue to, okay, well, parks will take the back seat, parks will take the back seat, parks will take the back seat. And while this one doesn't seem like, parks is going to take a back seat, if we're partnering with the schools, I told you the last time we deferred, like I'm not deferring it again. Like Parks needs to go forward. So.
And so if it's deferred, to when?
So right now, really then the two options are either August or November of '25. Either way, whether it was February, August, or November, that from a funding standpoint does not change because the funding would not be coming to us until 2026.
Having attended, along with Jerry, the various meetings, we meet every Friday with the school district, they have facilities that we will never have if we're on our own. There will be access. What the discussion is after hours, parks will have, we already have our agreement with them, our facilities use, but the facilities will be available for us to use for recreational opportunities. There will be more fields available to do, more of what we do. They have the facilities, and parks, at least, in my opinion, we have the programming ability. And combine that, we can generate something that we will not be able to do on our own. I was thinking it's a little bit like buying a car. We can offer the base model by ourselves, but with the school district partnership, we can offer a lot of different options for not a lot more money. I think they're looking at is it $5 it would be added to it, Garrett? I don't, or do we even have, we're talking somewhere around the $10 that 1,000, or not 1,000, but at $10 a month.
Yeah, we're still tweaking, because school bonds are a lot more complicated than our park levy, as far as how they're restructured, the debt, one's rolling off. And so we're working on a modeling right now to show those different finances. And, midway through, too, for our park levy, we're going to have the existing Riverfront Park bond go off the tax rolls as well. So how do we communicate that? And then when are the school district's ones going to go off? And so we're working on that right now because ours is pretty simple at the 29 cents per thousand. It can only increase at the you have a 1% rate of assessed value, and so it's capped. School bonds are just a little bit different depending on how much debt they pull out, how much they're repaying, and then which ones are dropping off. And so we're trying to meld those two. And it's a little bit complicated when you look at a 5 or 6 year bond for the school district, and then it's a 20-year runway for parks of looking at 2 different phases of projects. So phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. So we can have some type of timeline as well that's incorporated into the education and outreach.
Other comments?
So when you said the monies would come in 2026, if it was a November date, when would the money come in 2026?
So regardless, I think it's either, is it like March or April?
It's usually-
I think is when
So
the text.
No matter what the date is, it would come in?
No matter what,
No
if you
matter
did
what,
February,
yeah.
it's still March or April of 2026.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to know, like, what date we're thinking. Just leaving that open makes it a little bit harder.
So we're leaving it in our conversations too, even with park board members and city council members, that we're going to come back fairly quickly to define that date. I think, you know, there's pluses and minuses of when school is back in session, if that's a good time to have that kind of outreach mechanism of students and their families in school. We also had, you know, discussions regardless whether it's August or November to have that time frame in the summer when our parks are being activated, to have that communication and outreach. And it is a little daunting, since we've always been in limbo, to think of a February timeframe of, you know, we would have a month and a half to be able to continue to try to do that community outreach. And so this, again, we missed last summer because we got deferred again so we haven't had that opportunity to actually do the summer outreach that we've had planned now for a couple of years.
The indefinite terminology was suggested by Council President Wilkerson at the retreat, because the thought there is at least the next option would be saying this will be the timing of it, as opposed to, you know, setting it up for February and finding out we were unable to raise the funds, or have another problem, then we're moving it to another time. The indefinite, and I do believe it would be one of those 3 timing periods for a levy, would be what, February, August, or November?
I mean,
But anyway,
you
that
could
was-
theoretically do a special in April, but
And sharing with the school district reduces the amount of funding we need to raise in order to put it on the levy. That would be a shared expense, having a partner that does that.
And in fairness, partnering with the schools would give us, you know, access to, you know, like, you know, the unions would turn out to support it and things like that as well, that we wouldn't have necessarily on our own.
Well, and to comment for your response,
Yeah.
Councilman Bingham. I don't know about you, but I'm a neophyte when it comes to the park board trying to do a levy. Now, put me in the school business and I know where to go. But Jennifer and I have a pretty big job ahead of us.
Yeah.
And the park board behind us. And I'm anxious to get all the help I can get. And I think as we continue on and hear how excited they are to partner with us and to have this be something that hasn't been done. I mean, how many hundreds of years has this been floating through? And yet we've got 2 entities that are focusing on the same exact thing. People, kids, safety, getting outside. Kids in today's world, somebody to take care of them after school, but also let them be proactive and doing things with instruction instead of sitting in front of a television set. So I don't know, I'm in the same pond you're in, but I need a, you know, life preserver, so.
Other comments? Nick, any comments from you?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I wholeheartedly support the collaboration with the schools. I think it brings efficiencies that we can't achieve on our own. I think it brings capabilities and opportunities that we can't achieve on our own, either of us. I think we need, from a time standpoint, enough time to really put together good public outreach and good public input. And so I support this.
Thank you. Barb, thoughts, or?
I was just lastly going to say, and I promise this is lastly. Okay. Lastly, what happens when another tax measure comes forward? Because this has been my concern all along. Another tax measure comes forward, another something comes forward, we get asked to go away, we get asked to step back, and it feels like every time we've sort of said, okay, we'll do that. I mean, I know that another jail measure is going to come forward. I know a lot of other things are going to be coming as well. And so I again, don't want us to continue to be the conciliatory party that keeps pushing it back.
And I think from all of us, that is the biggest risk of the unknown for that additional time. Absolutely, 100%.
Well, that's why it might be good to do it sooner rather than later. If we're going to move it off February, maybe not wait till November.
And I think, too, this will give us, I mean, so the next steps, too, is getting the park board, school board engaged as well to really start having those conversations, again, around the pros and cons of timing and turnout and data and having, so that gives us a little bit of time to be able to have some of those conversations.
Well, and I also think it might be helpful if you haven't read the article in today's paper with the Cheney School District. You might want to read that. And I know Ben Fernie very well. So they've been shot down quite a bit. But if you read that article, you'll find out what they did in order to reach the success they had with a 61.9 or 0.4%. So it's a win-win. And then but there was a lot of foot traffic to do this. I mean, boots on the ground and, lots of meetings and answering questions that people have. And we all know nobody wants more taxes, but sometimes that's kind of where life is right now. And without us going for a levy, we're not going to survive very well.
And I think, Jerry, to your point, when we look at the financial piece, it's really the value proposition that we're looking at. It's what every neighborhood gets and what's that value, what's that investment that you put into it, what is that value that you get out of it. When you look at it from a neighborhood park or whether it's a sports facility to now where we are now the hub as a region to have tournaments and you don't need to travel outside of Spokane, which many of our families do in this community, or it is around what are after-school programs that family might have been paying daycare for, then now you have free access to a program or a recreational sport to have those type of opportunities. And so it's really that value proposition, too, that we're looking at in every single neighborhood. And some of the tools, too, that we're exploring it's around the social pinpoint is where you can put in your address and you will see all the different things that are happening around your household or wherever you live. And whether it's a school district improvement, whether it's a parks improvement, to have that type of dynamic tool that we're working on. So you're going to be able to see in every corner of the city of what's happening near you. And I think that's another big piece of this too, is that transparency, that every single project and every single dollar is going to be accounted for, and you're going to know exactly where it's going.
So to clarify what we would be voting on, I guess our two options, one would be to vote for the indefinite term on it, or the other one, or if we don't do that, we would be leaving it on the February ballot, where we currently are. Any other changes, you know, they're not of it. So those would be the two options anyway that we're looking at. Either we leave it where we're at, or we go with and leaving it where we're at, there'll be no partnerships with anyone.
Correct.
That I'm aware of.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to set this up for success. So
Yes.
I think we would not have success with our inability to adequately message if we go on the February ballot. So I think a deferral would set us up for success with a partnership with the schools.
So if no other comments, questions, do you want to propose the motion then, Garrett, for the resolution as you have it written?
Sure. We would just move that the Park Board approves a resolution requesting City Council to indefinitely defer the citywide parks improvement and safety levy to allow for a partnership with Spokane Public Schools for citywide neighborhood investments.
Is there a second to that?
I'll second.
Okay.
Can we
Any,
say indefinite, or can we say deferred to another date in 2025?
Well, some of it has to do with the county as well, so we need to be very clear. We can't just be wishy-washy, like, well, you know, could be August, or it could be.
No.
So this type of resolution is, they just need to know it's off of February.
other comments or questions? If not, then all in favor of the resolution as stated by Garrett, which would be making an indefinite movement to the council, all those in favor of that respond with aye or raise your hands.
Aye.
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 Opposed?
No.
It does pass. I certainly appreciate the very concerned, discussion that we've had. It's a big issue. I believe, at least from my own thoughts, of putting our faith in the council as they promised to keep it. And on what we asked for, I know we've had conversations with, I know Garrett and his staff have with every one of the council members that they're supporting this also. So. All right, thank
All right,
you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Garrett.
Let's move to committee reports. The first one is urban forestry. Kevin is absent, but Katie Kozinski and Amber Ramirez want to do a brief report.
Good evening. Thank you.
Good evening, Katie.
Hi.
Amber.
Hi, thanks for stepping up.
Yeah, thank
This
you
is
so
great.
much. Yeah, so I'm Katie Kosanke in Urban Forestry, and we're here to give you a brief update on the IRA grant project, and just want to start off by saying we're so thankful for our leadership of Garrett and the Park Board and our City Council for allowing us to go after and go big in the first place for this grant opportunity. And here we are. This project is going to leave long-lasting benefits on our community, not only for today, but for future generations as well. We're moving forward on that plan we created, and we're determined to be the best stewards of the funding to really just get the most out of it for our community. We've hired Amber Ramirez here to oversee the project from start to finish. For those who have not met Amber just yet, she's a leader in the urban forestry field with experience from the conservation district and a long history in the tree service industry as well. And I just can't wait for you to hear about the incredible progress we're making. And with that, I'll turn it over to Amber for that update.
Thank you, Katie.
Thanks.
Thanks for having me. So yeah, on a lighter note, I'm going to share the good news about what we're doing with the Inflation Reduction Act grant, $6 million grant that was received. And so next slide, please. So the IRA granted urban forestry a $6 million award with their investment in urban and community forestry, and that's going to go towards tree maintenance, planting, and education and outreach in Spokane. It's within the boundaries of a federal map, and so that is going to be a map showing the outline of the boundaries where the project is going to take place. all the tree planting, maintenance, and work must be performed in disadvantaged communities that are marginalized, underserved, and overburdened by pollution and underinvestment. And that is a grant requirement for this funding. And you can find that map at the Climate and Economic Justice Screening Tool website. Next slide, please. With part of the grant, we are doing a sub-award for outreach and education to the Lands Council, and they are going to help us find homes for approximately 250 trees each spring and fall. And also with that, they're going to secure a commitment to ongoing care. They're going to provide education about tree care, which is mostly going to be considering watering with those new trees that we're planting, and also conduct summer health checkups for those trees. And then if they find a situation where a tree's struggling, they're going to provide extra assistance and education so we can make sure that those trees survive. They're also going to be doing 10 or more coordinated community outreach events per year and garnering those tree planting locations. And then also performing 2 smaller scale volunteer planting projects so we can keep the community engaged in those. And we did complete one on October 18th that had 15 trees in the Nevada Heights neighborhood. Next slide, please. So here are just some pictures from that planting event and some of the volunteers and just a lot of really happy homeowners there getting their new trees in Nevada Heights. Next slide, please. So the order in which the neighborhood work is going to happen was picked using tree plotter software that we have, and those criteria are the low existing canopy, low income, population below poverty, vulnerable population, unemployment percent, and that neighborhood work order can be found on our website that we created. It's SpokaneParks.org/tree equity. And so this is just a map of Spokane, or a Spokane outline, and then with all these criteria, the darker red areas are going to be the places that have the lowest existing canopy, and then all these other criteria in there. And so that's how we based how to start our work order. Next slide, please. And so tree planting for fall, free tree signups and commitment to care was coordinated by the Lands Council. We had 5 species choices. 2 contracts were secured and contractors have been out planting. 1 planting contract was delayed and is on the consent agenda today. The trees were purchased by the Spokane Conservation District and with their community and forestry grant, and they're also being stored and cared for by them at the quarry, which is huge and really awesome because it's a lot of trees that they're acquiring for us. And then we're working on a future project with the Downtown Spokane Partnership to offer replacement trees in the Riverside neighborhood, where the property owners can reach out and claim trees and then have them planted with a certified and licensed city arborist. Next slide, please. And so the neighborhoods that were planted this fall are Hilliard, Nevada Heights, Shiloh Hills, Logan, Minnehaha, Chief Gary, Cliff Cannon, and Bemis. And we're also planning to get West Central and Emerson Garfield planted. And that is a total of 141 trees, which is not way far off of our goal of 250 trees, since we did get kind of a late start with our contracts. So we are planning to boost those numbers for spring and fall next year to make up for the late start, because we did say we're going to do 250 trees per planting season. And this is just a picture of Bartlett picking up the first order of trees for our project, and those are the magnets that we created to acknowledge that funding source. Next slide, please. So next up, we're going to have removals, which are going to be also packaged by neighborhood, and with the potential to have several neighborhoods going at a time. Some neighborhoods had 1 tree that needs to be removed, and one neighborhood had 71 dead trees in the right-of-way that are going to be removed. So we're going to pick 3 contractors. We have the contract requests pending approval today. And a total of 380 dead trees have been identified in the right-of-way, and 41 stumps that we're going to remove to make a home for a new tree. And the possibility for more is high to be discovered as the work goes on. And then wood chips and 30 to 40 logs are going to be able to be brought to the Conservation District for their urban wood network. And then as that wood moves through, the possibility for more. And then, so here are some of the worst cases that I found when I was out vetting for dead trees. The first photo, there's actually 5 removals at that one address. And then if you have driven down Bridgeport, you've probably noticed that black walnut on the right that's kind of looming over the street. So those are the kind of the ones that stand out to me when I was out vetting for dead trees. Next slide, please. And so after that, we're going to be getting ready to get our pruning contracts. 3 to 4 expected to be chosen there, and then we'll be presented to committees and park board in January. And with that, we're going to be addressing just major issues, reducing the risk, street and sidewalk clearance, large deadwood, informative pruning of the young trees. And so Katie and I made a long list of specific tasks so that we can ensure that the funding will go as far as possible and get exactly what we want out of all those pruning tasks. And we're also going to ask contractors to mulch every tree that's been pruned and when there's room. Next slide, please. So here's our progress so far. All 15 neighborhoods have been vetted for dead and very poor trees. Scopes of work were created with detailed requirements for the contractors. We had pre-bid meetings for all the interested contractors in September and had our bids returned. 2 planting contracts were secured. Utility locates for tree planting signups are ongoing and final marks are still being made. And that small volunteer planting in Nevada Heights on October 18th. We also had a visit from the Forest Service, Stephen Baker, who is overseeing our grant, and showed him all the things that we've been doing through our project. And our website is available, SpokaneParks.org/tree equity. It has all the information about the project, including timelines for neighborhoods, acknowledgement, neighborhood maps, link to that CGS tool, and all the FAQs. And that's also where people can sign up for trees. And we have 2 neighborhood council meetings that we've attended sharing about the project so far, and are going to be attending the Minnehaha Neighborhood Council meeting tonight. Truck magnets for contractors to display to acknowledge the project and funding sources. A program brochure is almost ready, and then 3 removal contracts for approval today. Next slide, please. So thank you for having me, and does anybody have any questions?
I do. What about the neighborhoods? How's the response with the people?
Well, the last few neighborhood councils I've been to, they were very poorly attended. So there was like 1 or 2 people there, and so.
But what about on the neighborhood when they're planting? I mean, don't people come out?
A little bit, but not really. No, I think I don't know. Not really a lot of people out when people are planting.
Well, let's hope they get watered.
Yeah, for sure. And so, yeah, that's why we're really counting on the Lands Council to provide that ongoing care, because we want to see a lot of success with those plantings.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
What were the 2 neighborhood councils you went to?
We went to Nevada Heights.
Which might be dark.
What?
Which might be dark. Was there anybody there?
There was 1 person there,
Yes.
and he was very sleepy.
Yes, yes, yes. And what was the second one?
It was Lincoln Heights, and that was virtual. And actually, there was some people there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Minnehaha's better attended, so you'll have some people there. But I love this program. I love, what we're getting to do throughout the city, particularly when you look at that map and you see almost all of District 1 in that map. When you had the neighborhoods up, I think every neighborhood but one was one that I represent. And let me tell you, having trees that are alive and thriving versus dead trees changes the feel of a neighborhood, changes the way it looks, changes the way people, take pride in their neighborhoods. And so for me, I'm really thankful for this program because I think it's going to have a huge impact, particularly on my district, but throughout the city. And so keep it up. I love where this is going. We did get to see some planting of the trees. We live up by Friendship Park, and so we came out and we saw as you guys were planting up in Friendship Park. But yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Others? Thank you, Katie. Thank you. Thank you, Amber. Both.
Thank you.
And the next urban forestry meeting will be December 3rd at Finch Arboretum at 4:15 p.m. So let's move then to the Land Committee with Greta.
Yes, the Land Committee met last Wednesday. And we had 3 action items that were all on the consent agenda. One of them was a project in Cannon Hill Park where they're going to renovate the pond, and it's going to save a whole bunch of water. The second one was the alternative use on parkland policy that we have discussed at several retreats and park board meetings and land committee meetings. So I would like to thank Nick and Al and Hannah for all their work they put into that policy, and I'd like to thank the park board for passing it. And the third item third action item we had at Land Committee was a resolution supporting Friends of Palisades acquisition of some land and potentially accepting ownership of that land if they are able to acquire it. Our next Land Committee meeting is 3:30 p.m., December 4th, at Finch Arboretum Woodland Center or virtually via WebEx.
Thanks, Greta. We'll move to the Rec Committee. Sally?
Hi, the rec committee met, and you had on the consent agenda that was approved was the recreation center's contract for $638,578 for 2025, and that's for the 10 youth centers and senior centers. We heard a little update already today. We did move something else off the action item, but we will bring that back next month, and that is the agreement between the Spokane Valley Parks and Rec, and they just need to change a little bit of wording. And we had, is he saying I can't?
You can't
Your mic's not, you're not.
Sit closer.
Oh, thank you.
There it is.
Is that better?
Thumbs up.
Okay.
That helps.
Sorry about that. Anyway, so that'll come back next month for approval, and it's just changing a little of the legal jargon. And then the last is the committee has been in discussion regarding our pools, and we are just having monthly dialogue about ways in which we can continue to look at decreasing expenses while also looking at ways to increase opportunity and revenue through some of the swim programs. So more to come on that, but we are actively talking about different ways to handle our pools going forward. And that was it. We are meeting on December 4th at 2:15 at Finch Arboretum.
Thank you, Sally.
Thank you.
Riverfront Park, Jerry?
We did not meet. Surprise. We are getting ready for the season. And right now, when you walk out tonight, hopefully you'll see that we're trying to make ice. So, and when I took the elevator up to Nordstrom and walked over, everybody's getting ready for Christmas. So you can imagine what we're doing in Riverfront Park. So John is here, and I'm sure he has something to say.
Yes, you all got a special keepsake, and I'm going to talk about that here in just a second. It's a success story that I'm excited to share. But first, we're going to go through a couple recap items for this month. And first, I want to thank all our veterans. So we recognize Veterans Day. The first slide here showed here is we turned the pavilion green. You may know the county had a proclamation changing their building to green, and so we matched to follow for that week. And so this is an Instagram photo that we shot and posted in celebration of Veterans Day. And so thank you to all the veterans out there. Next, please.
And it was beautiful.
Was.
Yeah.
So we have a brand new Zamboni. It is
Finally.
brand spanking new. This will be the first time that we received it. We received it at the end of last season, did not have a chance to operate it, so it's been in storage for the last 7-8 months. We're bringing it out. It has a brand new shiny wrap on it. It is all electric. We're really excited about it. And of course, in the moment we go to turn on the keys, we find out the charger is been burnt out. So we're fixing that charger right now, and we are going to have it operational hopefully by tomorrow afternoon. So anyways, it's a brand new Zamboni. Please come by, check it out. It still
we
smells
will.
new. It's great. Next, please. All right, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. So, you are all familiar with the carousel. The carousel has a ring arm and a ring toss feature. What you probably don't know is that over 10,000 rings are taken as keepsakes every year from the carousel. 10,000. Perhaps you have children that have taken some of those keepsakes. And so, anyways, we spend about $2,500 every year to make rings or to buy new rings replacement. So staff came up with this great idea. What about we buy a 3D printer? And we had a temp seasonal staff member, his name is Luke, who had one at home, and he made a couple pilot rings. These are 3D printed rings. So you can tell they're almost identical to the rings that we've had in the past, and we print them for 3 cents a piece versus the 22 cents per ring that we've had before. We're saving $2,000 a year minimum on rings now because of that staff effort. So it's just a great cost-saving effort that we had, and we let him name it. He has his machine at home is called Loki, and he named this one Thor.
Thor. I
So
love it.
there you go. So that is Thor, and
And
it
where is Thor?
printing rings right now.
Where is Thor?
Thor is in the gift shop storage closet right now on
Oh,
top.
well, we're going to have to go see him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. So we can do multiple different colors. We actually sell these two-tones. If you want a ring that you can still buy them from 25 cents at the gift shop to take it home as an additional keepsake. And we have, of course, a gold ring version as well.
I would hope so.
Which sells for $1. Yeah, instead of a quarter.
Yes.
There you go.
I like that profit margin.
So we are now
John.
in the manufacturing business too, so that's great.
Oh, this is great.
So, next slide, please. So one of the fun events we do, we've done it for 4 years now, is called the Spoke Candy Crawl. And the Spoke Candy Crawl, we set up these creative scenes around the park, and we send kids on a scavenger hunt to complete riddles, and they complete this form, and they come back and they get a goodie bag. This year, we turned over 1,200 goodie bags for kids participating. So it's increasing year over year, and these are just some of the small, this is the way that we contribute to Halloween, and so it's just a great experience.
Oh, that's fun.
Next, please. We also had our 3rd annual Halloween party potluck. So we had some great costumes here. You can see our very own Barry Ellison as a police officer down in the lower corner. We had, but the star of the show had to be the pavilion, Isidore, the white elephant, and the carousel costumes. This is Ronnie Wentz and her family came dressed up, and of course they won unanimously on a contest, so it was amazing.
I thought this was like the Mousetrap board game costume. That's what I thought it was.
It's the pavilion, yeah. But it's
Oh,
really
I see it now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's leaning like the mast, so it's very accurate. So it's a great time. Staff from Park Ops and Recreation all came together to celebrate, bring their. We had giveaways from donations given by the community and Parks Foundation, and it's just a great time to have camaraderie with our friends.
Oh, that's great.
Next, please. By the way, I'm not going to go back, but I was in that photo. So just saying, I was wearing a costume. Just, you didn't notice.
I was looking.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. So as noted earlier, we are opening the ice Saturday. So we have a pass order preview tomorrow night, and then we open the ice to the public on Saturday. It's looking like it's going to be a great day. Everything is coming together, and so we're really excited about that. But I'm also really excited that we have a great programming lineup. In fact, we have programming scheduled all the way 6 months from now until April. This is just some of the activity that's happening through the ice season. Some other activities are happening, like Skate with the Chiefs. It's not up there yet. It's not posted, but we'll be there very soon. And so we're really excited about just the amount of activity and programming that we have at the Ribbon. Coming up really soon after we open is going to be the tree lighting. So I encourage everyone to come out and celebrate the tree lighting with us. So remember these graphics. Next, please. So every month I like to highlight a staff member in Riverfront Spotlight. And so Regan Farmer is our marketing coordinator, and she is responsible for the amazing graphics that you see week after week that really represent Riverfront, puts a style and a character and a feeling towards the park, and really makes the park feel welcoming through her efforts. She is a talented artist. She's smart, and she has a great strategic thinking ability. I love to bounce things off her. She has a really good perspective on different things, and it's just great to work with her. She actually has a degree in recreation administration from Humboldt State University in Northern California. It wasn't until she returned back to Spokane, where she grew up, that she found that marketing was her passion. And so she started taking on marketing, worked for the Spokane Tribe of Indians, Kalispels for a while. And then before coming to the park in 2018. She loves her family. She has a very close family. She frequently travels to Canada to watch her nephews play hockey. She has 2 cats and a pug. She is a volunteer with the Spokane River Keepers. Oh, nice. And she loves hiking, paddling, and snowshoeing. Most importantly, though, she loves pie. So if you see her, please bring her pie. I'm sure she'd appreciate that. And then one interesting fact about Regan is that she once adopted an orca and named Echo. So there you go. There's a little bit about Regan. We love to have her. She is a great asset for Riverfront and just a valued member of our team. And that's my report for this month. Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you, John.
Before you leave, John, I do want to make a comment, too, is that I'm not certain who generated, but I'm thinking it's really you with your team. And the team at Riverfront Park got together and had a lunch and then went through an experience of just similar to what we did at our retreat. So they had their own individual time, and I was able to go and just be a part of it a short period of time. But it was really fascinating because I was there in order to see their lists and how it related to the park. They were forward-thinking. What are things that need to happen at Riverfront Park? And these are people who work there, night and day, from the rangers to the maintenance to, the people that are out on the front forces with all the community that's coming in. One of the things that they did mention that we did at the retreat, they need a people mover. They talked about the park. They talked about another one that I know Bob and I have talked about, and fondly I remember as a kid growing up in a park. What's next? We need something new. It's one thing to go. It's one thing to do the same old, but that doesn't mean it still isn't fun. But they're very, very forward-thinking. So I would just like to give kudos to your staff and you for the event. They just seemed very, very involved and very proud to be doing what they were.
Great. Thank you.
So thank you.
Thank you.
We will be meeting December 9th, and right now it's at the Pavilion, but who knows? We might just go skating. So anyway, 4 o'clock. See you there.
Thank you, Jerry. We'll move then to golf with Nick Sumner.
All right, golf did meet. Golf courses have all closed for the season, unfortunately, but it doesn't mean there's not stuff going on. The bunker project's ongoing at Indian Canyon and looks really good. The pump house project is going on at Qualchin, and there's been a paving and curbing project going on at Downriver, and there's been some pretty amazing changes there that I think will make the experience a little bit better. So it was a great year for golf. We had an amazing turnout, good revenue. Courses are just primo, just such good shape. Had a lot of people out playing, and so now we gotta wait. But looking forward to next year, especially when people get to see what Indian Canyon looks like completely finished. I think golfers will be very happy with that, and I'm looking forward to what you guys can continue to do for our golf courses in the future. Our next meeting will be December 10th at 8 a.m. and I'm not quite sure where because I don't have an agenda in front of me. Sorry, but.
Thank you, Nick. The Finance Committee met November 12th at 3 p.m. at Finch Arboretum Woodland Center. There were no action or discussion items for this meeting. Parks Fund year-to-date total operating revenue is $1.3 million greater than last year at this time, with total operating expenses at $960,000 greater than last year. November is a 3 pay period month, so that'll be increasing the expenditures and then the offset to that will be in December. Rich and his team discovered approximately $114,000 in temporary worker wages that were billed to parks for the green area maintenance work. These charges, according to the agreement that we had talked about earlier, were billed to the water department. It was simply an accounting area, but thanks to our accounting staff for correcting this error, and they will continue to monitor closely through the year end. The next finance meeting is scheduled for 3 p.m. December 10th at Finch Arboretum Woodland Center. Jennifer with DVC.
All right, the Development Volunteer Committee met yesterday at Finch Arboretum, and there was a great, very fruitful exchange between the various Friends of groups. The Friends of Coeur d'Alene Park have recently been awarded a state grant for improvements of the restroom and playground. This was something that the Park Department aided them with, and they've been asking the legislature for some help for about 3 years, so it finally came to fruition. They were so thankful to Parks for all of their work with that. In fact, I'm told that at City Council or Neighborhood Council, when they mentioned it at Brown's Edition, there was a standing ovation from the public that was there. They were so thrilled. Planning will begin at the end of 2025 and work actually commencing in fall of 2026. Lee Williams and I and one other member from that group met with Innovia to better understand their charitable funds that are invested there and looking at other opportunities for funding with other foundations. The barbecues in Coeur d'Alene Park have been removed because the homeless were using them for fires. Irrigation installation is finishing on the north side of the park. The gazebo railings that were damaged by a tree coming down are being replaced, and they were very thankful for the help of Al Vorderbruggen with that and Park Ops. And the Spokane Farmers Market will have their final market on Saturday, November 23rd in the park for this year, this season. Friends of Palisades were there. Paul Lindholt was talking about the new trail called Rimrock to Riverside, which is going to be on the north side of the park. It's under construction with land added through the Northwest Land Conservancy. Volunteers are assisting with that, and they're always looking for more volunteers. They've been working with the Spokane Fire Department and the Department of Natural Resources to work on wildfire fuel reduction. They are asking, and I wondered if we might put in some wildlife cameras around that area, because there are a lot of people doing illegal dumping. They don't want to pay the dump fees, and they're just dumping it in the creek. And so it would be nice to have some way to not only catch wildlife, but other illicit activities that shouldn't be happening there. The Friends have been working with other groups to plan and implement a revision to the trail system in the Indian Canyon area. They will be collaborating with Evergreen Mountain Bike Alliance, we've heard of them, the Backcountry Horsemen, and Inland Northwest Land Conservancy for planning and design work for this new and improved trail system. Possibly some Eagle Scouts might help with signage. Friends of Riverfront Park, Cole Taylor, many of you know that he is the grandson of King Cole, he was so thankful for the way that Riverfront Park was showcased and, of course, hosted the Expo 50 celebrations, and just was so grateful for that being the legacy of all of the work that his grandfather did with important folks in town. So Friends of Riverfront Park is needing a reboot, and we'll talk about that with them. The Friends of Manitou Park has engaged in a strategic plan looking at the next 3 years for various focus or key pillars. And Holiday Lights is around the corner. They are looking for volunteers between December 20th and 22nd. So if you know of anybody or students who need community service work or scout troops or whatever, they could use some help with Holiday Lights. It's such a beloved event now. So the quarterly report was given for volunteers by Angel Spell. There were over 5,000 volunteers tallying 19,000 plus hours for a total value of over $600,000 in volunteer work. So thank you for that. And then Garrett gave us a levy update talking about the collaboration with Spokane Public Schools, talking about the hopes for a November or later 2025 ballot, and the sort of natural efforts towards maintenance and facility use and improvement and casting that watchful eye over our parkland, particularly where they abut up against school land. It just is a natural partnership. So we look forward to hearing more about that. The next meeting for Development Volunteer Committee will be January 8th. We go every other month, January 8th at noon at Finch or via WebEx, especially if it snows. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. We'll move to the reports, the President's report. Board changes for 2025. Nick Sumner will have completed his second term on the board at the end of January. Hannah Kitts has agreed to seek reappointment to her second term. I sent an email to Adam McDaniel, policy advisor to the mayor's office, informing him of our pending vacancy and Hannah's decision to seek reappointment. Adam will work with their web team to create our board vacancy notification. So sometime later, we'll be looking with a nomination committee to interview candidates to fill Nick's position. Golf as Parks Only Enterprise Fund has experienced operating cost increases similar to other parks fund. Golf without general fund transfers has to earn their revenue from their customers, the golfing community. Golf has added fees to repay the loan for critical facility improvements, including irrigation replacement, building repair, and beetle elimination. Golf has increased user fees by raising prices per round to improve the daily maintenance quality of play for their community. And how has the golfing community responded to these increases? This year, golf exceeded the record for most rounds played in a season. As Parks looks ahead to a 2025 levy, asking our Spokane community to increase contributions to their parks, we need to learn from golf. If our community agrees to pay more for parks, we need to make sure to provide the promised additions, thus increasing enjoyment value of their parks. The next Park Board meeting will be December 12th at 3:30 p.m. in the council chambers in City Hall and virtually via WebEx. We'll now move to the liaison reports. Conservation Futures, Nick?
No updates today.
All right. Parks Foundation, Barb?
No report.
Councilman Bingle.
All right. Quickly, we continue our homelessness roundtables. Those should conclude here in the next few weeks. We're in the middle of budget season. The mayor proposed her budget early in November. We are now going back and forth on that. There was an exciting ARPA grant that was just adopted earlier today in our special session. So $250,000 for youth sports that went out. Councilwoman Navarrete and I partnered on that one to get that out. So 5 organizations got $50,000. So that's going to be a game changer for some of them, hoping that goes well. Downtown is gearing up for Christmas. I heard somebody say it. I can't remember who, but I know it's coming. I'm excited. I I don't know if it's because I got kids now or what, but Christmas is, my heart grew 3 sizes, so.
You're
But yeah.
always a kid. Come on.
That's right. But downtown, speaking of downtown, we just added some lights. I don't know if you saw the lights above head on some of those. We did appropriate some money towards, some ARPA dollars towards alley activation to create more spaces for people to come. Just want to remind people to shop local this Christmas season. And then lastly, illegal dumping. I heard the mayor's illegal dumping ordinance. When is that coming forward? It's in the next couple weeks, right? Yeah, and so it would increase penalties for folks who are dumping based on tonnage. So we're working on that. Oh, also, I don't know if we talked about this, but we were able to get $500,000 of ARPA for downtown cleanup. So specifically in the more southern portions of downtown where your entryways into the city are, because we want people coming into the city and we want them to think when they get, or we don't want them to think, man, what a trashy place when they get here. So a lot of good stuff, I think, coming out, and just keep your eyes on the budget because there's a lot coming down. So.
Oh, that's great.
Thank you, Councilman Bingle. Director's report, Jason?
I know, look at that. Back in the saddle again.
Gosh.
Yay!
It's Garrett.
I mean, we love Jason.
I know.
You did a good job, Jason.
Thanks, Jason, for holding the fort down for about 16 months. That was a wild ride. Happy to be back. I just want to thank staff as we transition in from fall into winter, from what we do on the park operations side to Riverfront Park, and also on the programming side for recreation. Just a couple quick updates. Again, I was a part and graciously a part of the hard work our staff has done around the Governor's 2024 Smart Communities Award that was given out for the Cochrane Basin Project, and our involvement in Parks and Recreation around not always focusing on what's below ground and being able to look at those community benefits, whether that's the boat put in at TJ Meenock, that's the Whitewater Disc Golf Course that was a part of this project, and then also around the water conservation and the contributions from that project to our downriver golf course. So great team from recreation to our park planning, and then our partners at utilities and public works. It was a huge success. First project that has ever gotten a perfect score coming out of the governor's office. So something to be proud about. Also yesterday at the mayor's quarterly department head meeting, we were able to recognize our 4 golf course superintendents for their hard work and their record-setting year, but also looking at environmental efficiencies on how they manage our golf courses, the quality of our golf courses, their partnerships around the water department, public works. So we were able to recognize those 4 golf course superintendents yesterday at the mayor's meeting. And also we had a couple guests here from the Friends of Palisades that wanted to say thank you. So they are going to send a formal thank you note to the park board as far as the support of the resolution of future land acquisition for extending Palisades Park. So I wanted to mention that. And then also future directors' reports, I want to be able to, me less talking, because a lot of what you hear already is in our leaflet, but also invite staff members that you might not normally see at a park board meeting to talk a little bit about their areas of work, whether that's therapeutic recreation or whether that's on our ground side at operations, just to open that up a little bit. And with that, happy Thanksgiving. One more park board meeting to go. It's crazy.
Are you on a countdown? I think so.
Thank you, Garrett. We had no executive session. We did have a correspondence email from Jeff Lambert, Friends of the Bluff. It related to the alternate use policy that was part of our consent agenda. There were some very thoughtful remarks within that email, and we will use them to guide as we do with the policy. And if nothing else, we will adjourn the meeting. And again, happy Thanksgiving to all. It's amazing that's here so soon.
I know.
Thank you. We will adjourn the
Thank
meeting
you.
at, what time? 4:59.
There we go. Thanks, Bob.
Thank you.